Hi, we're here with Time.com, and today's 10 questions victim is Annie Leibovitz. Our first question is from Francesca Viola from the Bronx, New York. And she asks, what for you is the interest in continuing to photograph celebrity portraits during a time when so many celebrities have their photographs plastered all over the place?
I don't feel like a part of that. I feel like, I feel like I came in at an early place, when, working for Rolling Stone, I sort of built, who I am, and I think I learned at a very young age that, what I did mattered.
So it must be difficult to get your models to trust you during a shoot. Who has been the most difficult to handle?
It's usually not about the person. That's the difficult part of the shoot. It's usually that the weather's bad, or it's a bad hair day, bad hairdresser, or But that being said, some of the most difficult subjects in entertainment and show business are people who have been in show business for a very long time. I think they have no sense of reality. It's just like Sammy Davis Jr. or even Michael Jackson. When they start very young, everything is pretty distorted.
Mm-hmm. So I've heard you're not necessarily easy to work for. And would you agree with this statement? But then he points out that he only asks because he's trying to understand the temperament of the very successful.
I've heard that too, actually, that I'm not that easy to work for. The only and I've been doing this for a long time, and it took me a long time to learn how to work with people. I came from a place where I was working by myself and working with just my camera and myself, and as I started to use assistants and people helping me, I couldn't understand why they couldn't see exactly what I saw at the time I exactly saw it, and I would be very frustrated. It took me years to learn how to work with people, and I think I'm basically a nice person, and then when I work, I don't know who that person is. It's just it gets very it's all in the details. Everything becomes very, very important. So.
From Paul Vegas in Hamilton, Ontario, though, which is, how did you deal with the whole Miley Cyrus debacle? Because a lot of people felt that as a mother, your feelings should have been different. So,
well, I really do separate myself in some way, when I go to work. But the Miley picture was a beautiful, strong, simple picture. I mean, we took all kinds of pictures that day, and it turned out to be one of the strongest pictures. I think it's actually sort of innocent. On some level, but I feel like that she loved the pictures, and she loved taking that picture, and she was ready to take that picture, and it's just her audience wasn't ready to take that picture, wasn't ready for that picture, and the thing that it was just different. The picture it was really different of her. I've said this now in another place, but basically I think that if there was any mistake made, it's probably that she shouldn't have posed for Vanity Fair. That's my recent take on it. But I think she got very nervous after they had the reaction, and she sort of she backtracked in a lot of ways, and I felt bad for her. I really felt bad for her. I think she really did enjoy the shoot. I still, totally believe in the picture and think it was fine. It was like taken out of context.
Gina Lexbrick of Houston, who asks, as a fan and fellow photographer, she'd like to know what you see in that aha moment that people talk about. Is it the subject, the composition, or something that's very exclusive to your eyes?
For example, John and Yoko, I only took a few frames. I mean, you knew it was good. I mean, you hadn't seen anything like it before, and it was beautiful, and it had form and strength, and it was simple, and it told a story. And so you certainly know when it's not working. It just doesn't feel great. It's just and over the years I've learned to just say, okay, just move on. It's just trying to. It doesn't get better. Keep when you keep trying to work on something, and I'd rather just come back to it or come back another day.
Have you ever been so frustrated with a photo shoot that you shut it down completely?
No. If anything, if something goes wrong with a photo shoot, it's my fault. I really feel it's up to me. It's my responsibility. I'm supposed to make this thing work. And there's a lot of psychology involved in it. And you have to make it work. Whatever is going wrong. If I don't get a good picture, I don't blame my subject. I blame me.